Well, good day, smart traders. I trust each and every one of you are ready for another profitable day within the markets. Let's kick things off by having a look at today's economic calendar.
Well, we can clearly see that the long weekend is over. Today's economic calendar is absolutely jam-packed full of events, with our primary focus being on most of the PMIs being released today. We're kicking things off with the Eurozone PMIs being released at 10:15, as well as the Great British Flash Manufacturing and Service PMIs being released at 11:30 South African Standard Time, as well as the Canadian inflation coming out at 3:30 South African Standard Time. And finishing things off today, we have the US Services PMI being released at 4:45 South African Standard Time.
Let's move on by having a look at what's making headlines within the financial markets today.
In currency news, the dollar edged lower yesterday, but kept close to Friday's 6-week high, after a flurry of economic data reinforced market expectations of a tighter monetary policy from the Federal Reserve. The dollar index slipped 0.2% to 103.8. It is still up almost 1.8% for the month though, and on track for its first monthly gain since September 2022. It did hit a 6-week high of 104.67 on Friday. Now let's look at our analysis for USD JPY going into our trading today. A break above the primary resistance level where we are currently hovering, and a potential break above that 134.5 level could see this specific instrument rallying and aiming for that next primary resistance level at 138. Now let's move over and see what's making headlines on Wall Street. As the US stock market was closed yesterday due to the public holiday, we saw very little movement within our indices. The Dow Jones and S&P 500 fell 0.3% each, while Nasdaq 100 slipped 0.1%. Still to come this week, traders will be focused on the release of the FOMC latest meeting minutes, where policymakers raised interest rates by 25 basis points. On the earnings front, major retail companies, Walmart and Home Depot, are set to release their earnings results later today. Now let's have a look at our analysis on Nasdaq. On the Nasdaq 100, also known as US Tech, we can see that our EMAs are perfectly bearish, and we can see that we are currently beautifully rejecting that 8 EMA on the 1-hour time frame. A break below that 12,300 level could see Nasdaq fall back down to that primary support level around 12,200, and should this level be broken, it could spark a further sell-off back down to that 11,900 support level. Now let's move over to commodities. Oil prices fell this morning, pulling back sharply from a recent recovery as markets hunkered down ahead of several more cues on the US monetary policy this week, while strength in the dollar also weighed on the oil price. Focus this week is squarely on the minutes of the Federal Reserve meeting from February, due tomorrow, as well as a slew of Fed speakers this week. The minutes are largely expected to reiterate the central bank's hawkish outlook. Looking at our analysis on crude oil today, if we do see a break below that primary support level, currently we can see a further sell-off back down to that next primary support level at $72 a barrel. Gold and other metals saw limited trade so far this week, with the US markets being closed for the public holiday, but demand for the dollar persisted in Asian and European trade, keeping a lid on bullion prices. Looking at our analysis for gold today, on the 1-hour time frame, we can see that it is currently hovering just above that 1,837 level. Should this be broken, we could see a sell-off back down to our primary support level at 1,820. And finally, let's finish things off with cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is attempting an upside break above the $25,000 a coin resistance. Bitcoin could gain pace and rally if it settles above this $25,000 resistance zone. A move above that $25,000 resistance could see Bitcoin skyrocket to $28,000 a coin.
So that is it from us here at Smart Online Trader. Should you be interested in any additional services that we offer, kindly get in touch with us or simply click on one of the links in the description below. As always, may the peace be with you. Cheers.